All right, today we're going to dive into a pretty incredible high-stakes business story. It's a tale about a deal that went so wrong, followed by this brilliant recovery. And it all comes down to how a simple act of integrity became, well, legendary.
So let me just start with this question for you. Imagine you've got a $12 million deal in your hands. It's a sure thing. It's all sealed up. And then, just like that, poof, it's worthless. What do you even do? Well, that's exactly the crisis at the very heart of this story. Okay, so let's set the scene. The year is 1995. We're talking about a brand that was a household name, the mosquito repellent, Goodnight. The company that owned it, Transelektra, was right on the edge of its big public debut. Now, the game plan was pretty straightforward and looked really solid. They were going to take the company public with an IPO, an initial public offering valued at a very healthy $9.6 million. Everything was ready to go. The market was waiting. But then, right at the last minute, this absolute corporate giant steps onto the scene. And we're not talking about just any company. This was a massive player, and they had a totally different idea. They wanted to buy the whole thing privately, right now. That giant? It was Hindustan Lever, or HUL, and they weren't messing around. They came in with a super aggressive private offer of $12 million. That's a huge premium over what the IPO was valued at. For the owners, I mean, you can imagine, it was an offer that was just too good to pass up. So just like that, the IPO was off the table.
So the new plan is set. The deal is basically done, and the future is looking amazing. But this is where the whole thing just falls off a cliff. I mean, just picture it. The papers are all but signed, handshakes have been exchanged, everyone is convinced this acquisition is a done deal. You know, the hard part's over. Time to pop the champagne. And then, bam, out of absolutely nowhere, the deal hits a brick wall. A totally crushing roadblock that nobody, and I mean nobody, on the local team saw coming. The message came from thousands of miles away, and it was final. So what on earth happened? Well, while Hull's team in India had totally sealed the deal, their international headquarters way over in London dropped a bombshell, a decisive veto. The big bosses said nope, not happening, and just like that, the deal was dead. The local decision was completely overturned. I mean, can you even imagine? This was a complete and utter disaster. The seller, Transelektra, had already told the whole world they were canceling their IPO for this sale. And now, they were left holding nothing. No IPO and no sale. Just a catastrophic mess. But you know, it's in these moments of pure chaos that you really see genius at work. And this is where the deal's broker, a guy named Uday Kotak, makes a pivot that not only saves the day but introduces a new, legendary player to our story. His thinking was just incredibly sharp. Instead of panicking or starting from scratch, Kotak took the exact same deal, the same $12 million price tag, the same terms, and walked it right over to another giant of Indian business, Uday Godrej. It was such a bold, clean move. Now, Godrej was definitely interested. He saw the value right away. But he didn't just agree to the old terms. Nope. He added this one little condition, a fascinating twist that completely changed the whole dynamic of the transaction. So here's the kicker. Godrej says, I'll do the deal, but only if you have some skin in the game too. He insisted that Kotak's firm had to buy a 10% stake in the company right alongside him. It was a brilliant move, really. It turned the broker into a true partner and made sure everyone's goals were perfectly aligned. So, boom, the new deal is locked in. Kotak's firm is now a part owner. Now let's fast forward just 1 year to 1996. Godrej is getting ready to merge Goodnight with a foreign partner. And to do that, he needed to buy back that 10% stake to get full ownership. Okay, so this next part, this is what takes this story from just a clever business deal to something truly legendary. What Godrej did next was something nobody expected. To buy back that 10% stake, Godrej offered to pay, wait for it, double the price that Kotak's firm had paid just 1 year earlier. Not a small profit, not market rate, literally double. What a stunning offer. So you have to ask, why? I mean, did the company's value just magically double in a year? No way. This was something else entirely. Godrej explicitly called this an integrity premium.
It was his way of rewarding the trust his partner had shown and for the quick, decisive action that brought him this incredible opportunity in the first place. And how did Kotak's firm react? Did they see this as a chance to negotiate for even more? Absolutely not. They immediately accepted, saying that the long-term relationship was way more important than haggling over a few more dollars. They took the deal, clean and simple.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? That single transaction. It wasn't just about the money. It was defined by mutual respect, by integrity. And it became the rock-solid foundation of a legendary business partnership that has lasted for decades. So let's end on this thought. In the world of big money business, we're always focused on strategy, on leverage, on profit. But as this story shows us, sometimes the greatest value, the kind of value that can literally double your money, comes from something as simple and as powerful as integrity.